continuing in that theme of bad stuff, we have the Please Stop Award for Worst Trend.
Yeah.
So, I will read the categories for this. So we have Kokukakuho, the Tepputai set list, needs to stop. Member graduations and senior members get graduating and getting, grad singles or grad concerts. NMB staff screwing up simple shit, such as writing names wrong or writing information wrong on Twitter and Instagram posts. Changing Yoshimoto comedian MCs for NMB shows. Showroom bullshit. Calling things next gen. Denying Kokona's rightful place as center. Putting Wakapon in everything. Putting Kojinin in everything. Putting Kato in everything. No, giving Kato center in everything. Getting dragged into AKB's bullshit. Piro. Copying Nogizaka and Sakamichi.
I mean, some of these are valid. Some of these are very questionable.
Yeah, who put Piro? That was you.
Yeah. She really needs to stop.
I mean, did Udon ever stop the Sudo?
Why do you want Karen to have a career like Udon?
I mean, she can be like the first gen incarnate and just take parts from all the first gens. She's already doing the Akarin thing now. She also has the Udon thing. Anyway, let's see. We have some comments here. Staff, stop screwing stuff up. It's just unprofessional. This needs to stop immediately. It's amateurish. Many minor mistakes show unprofessionalism and carelessness. It could affect the whole show. First the cards, then the poster. Come on, copy paste is not that hard.
So if you don't know, the card is this is the soccer one, right? They use they spelled the team name wrong, and then the poster is for 11th anniversary they put out a poster with NMB 11th anniversary and all the faces of all the members except Kotone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone had to pay a lot for that.
Graduation, NMB is going to... Well, for graduations, NMB is going to be rapidly losing fans at the current rate of grads. I mean, yes. I think we've probably already lost, the majority.
Yeah. I think the people that we would lose we have already lost.
So. Yeah, we already lost Andy.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's sad to see everyone go so damn fast. The grad singles were meh, kind of redundant. Yeah. Piro. What the hell is Piro? Oh, okay. This sounds like Ryan wrote this, but it's time to stop caring. You're not 13 years old anymore.
I think that's what I wrote. The last one.
Okay. Getting dragged in AKB's bullshit. Stop trying to drag enemy down with you, AKB. I agree. Hard agree.
So, I want to ask you though, what AKB bullshit did they drag NMB into in 2021?
The mobile game photo book contest thing. This singing contest. 2 singing contests, I guess.
It's minor. We don't have the Senkyo.
NMB members are doing fairly well in those.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
They won.
I don't think it's a negative. Well, maybe the showroom stuff, but then that's fuck you showroom rather than AKB in general, right? But I mean, I would usually be on fully on board with this, but I was saying, AKB themselves has so many problems that they don't really have the energy to fuck over the sister groups anymore.
Yeah,
I know. I'm trying to isolate the quarantine.
I mean,
problem.
It used to be much worse. So
yeah,
we're on the right trend. I think maybe it's because of COVID or whatever. Now it's kind of down the last year or so.
Yeah.
But I think I mean, when things get better, I don't know, next year or 2 years from now, we don't want to return to all sister groups in singles again, or all sister groups doing concerts together again.
I mean, they just don't have the budget for that anymore.
I think it's that. There's that. Kokuhaku Kuho, Tepputai is cursed. Setlist is already over a year old. 2 out of the 7 members are out of the group. Mickey is almost nowhere to be found. Good point. Also, there's a shit set list, in my opinion. Denying Coconut her rightful place. Take away my money already. Take my money already. Shut up and take my money. Calling things next gen. The only next gen is the literal next generation. Let's try embracing the present and stop treating your current not so old members as middle children. Good point. But yeah, I guess they'll bring back the whole AKB thing. Yeah, basically, I think we're kind of seeing the start of it like, you know, NMB isn't involved in AKB's single this year.
Yeah.
Which I think we were getting kind of scared. Like, none of the sister groups were involved in the Nagahama rumor, Hashikai stuff. Good and bad, I guess. Kind of bad in certain cases, like if you had like a member who graduated before they got a chance to say goodbye to him, like Nanaho or Marin, I guess.
Oh, handshakes?
Yeah.
You're worried about handshakes? Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, but I'm also happy because I don't have to buy AKB handshakes. I think that's why.
Yeah, I'm happy my money goes straight to NMB.
Yeah.
Well, it will probably come back. Like, I remember, like, Andy saying, like, a long time ago, and this is just, you know, if you're concerned about yourself rather than the group, in that there's AKB does a lot more Kanto events than Kansai events. So if you just want to meet the member, going to AKB events is much better.
That's the only reason why, really, yeah.
Right? I mean, and if you want like the bullshit like sign or photos and all of that, right? Like only AKB has those. But yes, in general, like, you know, not being involved with AKB is a good thing. Because fuck AKB.
Yeah, so anyway, that was my pick. Ryan, what's your pick?
Calling things next gen, because there's no more next gen. Like, stop with the next gen thing. Like and this is an extension, right? The Loli concert too. I think that was super cringe because it was just literally just excluding a certain group of
like
members.
10 members, 8 members,
right?
Yeah.
Like, there is no more next gen. Like, it. I mean, last year it was okay, just because, like, you know, you still have, like, you know, quote unquote strong older gen members, right? Now you don't have any. So it's now or never, right? Like, you are now the future of NMB. So going like, oh, you know, I want to be the next ace or whatever. No, you want to be the ace.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you know, it's been long enough since, like, Sayaka left, where, like, it's becoming a joke that, like, people keep talking about, like, the next gen concert. Like the next gen concert, sorry. Like the next gen, right? There is no next gen. It is now.
Or like the next chapter of NMB.
Yeah. So,
like, it's been 3 years.
yeah, the only people who are allowed to call themselves next gen will be like 8th gen.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, they kind of are trying to, like, move the goalposts. Like they did the Shinsengumi this year, which is basically
63
next gen minus 5th gen. It's 63.7.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's pointless. Like, there is no, like, it's like, you know, around like 2nd gen or 3rd gen, right? You start talking about next gen. Like, why? Yeah. There should be no next gen because it should be now.
The current gen, yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, we talk about, like, AKB, like, their definition of next gen, which is really fucked
like
up because it's like
gen, who has been there for 5 years.
Yeah, first to 15th gen is old gen, and then 16th gen and Team 8 is new gen. So
even though
like
even though Ogriui joined before 5th gen NMB,
like 7 years ago, yeah.
But that's AKB. They don't know left from right.
Yeah, so next gen. All right, Jeff.
NMB staff screwing up simple shit. And if they can't get the simple things right, how can we expect them to handle big things like managing the direction of the group?
Yeah,
it really makes me worried with all the internal scandals and stuff. And then like you brought up the soccer thing, like one of the, like, it's like they put the wrong team name on, like, one of the cards, so it's like legitimately could lose sponsorships like that if the companies see it.
I think you have to make a differentiation though between like the low level staff and like, you know, upper staff. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't deny that they're probably all fuck ups, but like messing up like a tweet or something is not the same as messing up like the Suchan scandal. Although they fucked both of those up.
All right, Arda.
Well, for me, it's Kokuhaku no Kuho setlist. Yeah, because it's not even stage for Teppotai group anymore. Only becoming the only stage to go if you want to watch Mickey perform at the moment. Even current battle group are going to get reshuffled next year, right?
Yeah.
So I think this setlist need to be stopped.
Yeah, I personally just don't like that set list.
It's okay. It drags in the middle, but I like it.
Maybe the only good thing about it is it has like, what does it have units?
Yeah, 2 units.
Okay. Oh yeah, and I guess the Akarin, the Kikusei stage also has units. So I guess that's the only thing I guess it has going for it over the Miru set list, because Ryan loves his units.
Yes.
All right. But check the fan voting. They picked members graduating too frequently as their number one pick. It was with 23% of the vote with 10 votes.
We didn't even discuss that.
It's such a continuous thing. Like it just happens.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, just give it up.
Like, we've become numb to it. We just don't care about it anymore.
But it also become hard
don't even
for
care.
fans to get into the group with a lot of graduation recently.
Yeah, I guess like
I mean, but the graduations are mostly older gens, other than like scandal related.
Scandal related, and then yeah, complete like question mark stuff like, you know, Nanaho and I guess Ion, but
I mean, it has to stop someday, right? Like maybe that's the idea. Like, you know, you run out of people who are, you know, in line to graduate. And I think we are getting close to that. I mean, famous last words, but
I mean, it ties with the next gen thing, kind of, right? Because Ion was gonna be, you know, was one of the obvious center candidates going on for the next few years, and then you lost her, so then now you kind of have to reset and then like bring Ray up as a competitor to Kokona. So it just feels like things get pushed back a few years, like that.
like 1 step forward, 2 steps back.
yeah.
And then you consider like the scandal stuff, like, you know, Suchan was considered, you know, and like a next gen,
Yeah.
you know, staple. Hinacho, I guess. I mean, for some people who like her, yes. It's probably it, I guess. But yeah, I think like I think it was Arda saying like how like it's hard to become a fan of NMB when like members are graduating so frequently. And I think that definitely is true. So you have to constantly have to be kind of on your toes. I think like being like a DD or like a Haka Oshi, like, just like NMB in general is probably the way to go with NMB, just because then you always have something to be happy about and something to cheer for. You can have your favorites, that's totally okay. And because like they move so quickly and they move like so fast with stuff, it's kind of like you could think of like each year as like a new season of NMB. So like, you know, you can kind of come in fresh if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a double-edged sword. Like, you know, like recommending like Hakoshi is always iffy because like people don't really get into groups by being Hakoshi. That's really rare. Like, I mean, usually I would say like, you know, you go in from like you know, you have your Oshi, and then like let's say your Oshi leaves, then you stay because as Hakoshi. That's more realistic rather than you go in with the intent to be Hakoshi, because I don't see that happening. Speaking from personal experience.
I feel that's like the big reason like why I'm like still around too is like because I do like a lot of members in NMB. Like even when like I had my main Oshi leave this year. So
well, you had your main Oshi leave like 3 years ago.
3 years ago, yeah, and then again this year.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the trend. Every 3 years, my main Oshi leaves.
So maybe
in 2024, I'll say bye to
Haruka. The countdown begins.
So, that's a good question though, Matt. So, do you stay because of inertia?
Probably, and it's like maybe also like sudden cost, fallacy.
Yeah,
like, I've built so much like interest and I guess maybe money into the group that I feel like it's like if I left, like what do I have? I mean, I do have other hobbies and interests, but even then, it's like you lose.
Yeah,
I basically like when I lose interest in NMB, it'd also be similar to like when I lose interest like in Japan, probably. Because I think it's like hard to be a fan and not be in Japan.
Yeah. Well, it depends, but
I mean, there's opposite like well, certain someone we know who moved to Japan and then stopped being fan.
Okay, I was wondering who you were talking about, but okay, now I know.
Yeah,
it's not Andy, by the way, in case anyone was wondering. But I think for me, like it is inertia. I quite agree with you with that, Matt. Like you put a lot of your like time, money, effort into following this group, right? And then even if your Oshi leaves, like for me, like when Yuri left in 2019, I still followed NMB I have no idea why, for like a couple of months. I would do the exact same thing I used to do. Like I would check Ni channel, Twitter, etc. etc. Yeah. But like even knowing that like Yuri's gone, and just because like inertia, I just kept doing what I used to do. Like nowadays it's obviously a lot less because I did realize that like I don't really know what I'm doing, but still like I keep my interest in NMB just because like I've been following them for so long, and it would feel weird not to follow them. And that's why I still attend like 10th and 11th anniversaries.
And that's why like you're at least 1 foot still in the right direction with like you still kind of follow current NMB.
Yeah.
You're not like the people who like they're still stuck in like 2010 AK Bingo whatever,
I know a lot of like
I mean despite that you were watching the No Sayaka concert last night.
Yeah. No. Yeah, it was a really good concert. No. Like a lot of people that we know, right? Like Craig, Nathan, and all the other guys previously from Takoyaki Party, and like they liked like that version of NMB, and then once that's gone, like for them like the spark disappeared, right? Like, and that's fine. Like that's it is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't really know where I'm going with this anymore. But like, yeah, inertia.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess we. So yeah, then let's pick our winner from the short list, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
We all have different picks.
I guess I'll go with calling things next gen.
Yeah,
I will go with that though.
Just need a clear, better vision for the group, I guess.
Yeah.
I feel like non-battle was a good kind of first step.
It was. I mean, we mentioned this before. We mentioned this when Nambat Battle was going on. Is that it was a good, way to keep fans engaged, but
in the current NMB rather than I think that's the key thing.
Yeah, rather than like looking backwards. And I think to connect to this, I don't know where this comment is, but like on the Discord, like Balota mentioned something about graduation singles. And while I'm not as extreme as his idea, I do kind of agree when he said that like doing all these like graduation singles one after the other basically like leaves us stuck in the past.
Yeah, it's like stalling our progress.
Yeah.
It's like we got a flat tire when we do one of these, and then as soon as we fix that one, the second tire breaks.
Yeah. So we keep like, you know, so actually right now we have a streak of 2 grad singles. And if you extend that to like 2019, there's a dot in the middle, but then it would be like 3 grad singles.
Yeah.
So 3 of the last 4 singles have been grad singles. So if Nagisa decides to graduate next year, we're gonna have like the 5th one, like the 4th grad single out of 5. Would be crazy. Yeah. So and that connects to, like, you know, there is no more next gen. It is now. They should start acting like it is now.
All right, yeah. Anyway, I think we agreed in. So it says like what? Throw away the past. It's throw away the future. Now it's just the current. Live in the present.
You don't need to prepare for the future. You need to do now.
All right, yeah. So the Police Stop Award goes to Calling Things Next Gen. All right, with the fan voting being Maverick graduations.